The Honda Civic 2012 has not supposed a radical change in respect to the model it substitutes. The futuristic lines disappear and the reduction in consumption and CO2 emissions is powered. The improvement of the insonorization and the comfort in March are the strong points of the 9th generation of the Honda Civic. It has, in big lines, the image of its antecessor, but with a more conventional aspect. The futuristic image that had the previous generation of the Honda Civic, in the inside and the outside, has been smoothened, but it hasn't been lost, maintaining a certain familiar air that links it to the Honda Civic of the 8th generation. The frontal incorporates a straight capot that covers the grid of new design that is extended to the principal headlights. It has the position of the LED lights of daily march from the inside. The wing that divides the back window is maintained and serves as a base for the prolongation of the optical back groups, that in the new model occupy a more high position. The steps of the wheel are more accentuated thanks to the action of a nerve in the inside part of the bodywork that is extended to the doors, giving the new Civic a more sportive aspect if we look at it by its profile. The truck, that in the previous model was one of the biggest of its segment with 465 liters, increases in 21 liters. The inside, more traditional, highlights because its central console, oriented to the driver so it can facilitate the exit to the great quantity of technology that it hides. The flywheel, not so futuristic, is integrated to the perfection with the new velocimeter that substitutes the digital tachometer of the previous Honda Civic. The space in the front seats and the back ones are guaranteed. The comfort of the gear is very superior, in part because of an excellent insonorization of the inside and a rotating quality very updated. The gasoline mechanics are exactly the same, although with important decreases in the TPers of consumption and the emissions of CO2. Honda promises 5.4 liters every 100 and 128 grams per kilometer in the engine 1.4i VTEC of 100 horsepower and 5.8 liters every 100 and 136 grams per kilometer in the 1.8i VTEC of 140 horsepower. The diesel engine gains 10 horsepower, reaching the 150 horsepower with a maximum pair of 350 kilometers. We are talking about the 2.2i VTEC with manual gearbox of 6 velocities that derives from the one that has the Honda Accord, but with retouches for inciting in consumption. The Nippon brand promises consumption that oscillate between the 4.2 and 4.4 liters every 100 kilometers, with emissions of CO2 that go around the 110 grams per kilometer. All the mechanics of the new Honda Civic count with a manual gearbox of 6 velocities and the system stops-start. And for the lovers of the more sportive DNA of the Honda, there are bad news. At the time, there is nothing to know about the day of commercialization of the more vitamined version of the range of R-Type, although it is speculated with the possibility of being premiered in 2013. What we can take for sure is that it will substitute a traditional atmospheric engine VTEC for a turbo-fitted one, more efficient, of lower consumption and with lowered emissions of CO2.